a bit cloudy this morning, but it's sunny. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling very good. I've got a stonking headache, and I don't know why.
How much water did you drink?
Yeah, drink a lot of water. Drinking plenty of water. That's all good. I don't know what's going on though.
It's what they put into air.
Yes, could be. I don't know. I think I'm going to try a parasite cleanse because I've got some symptoms that seem similar to what I might be feeling. So, yeah, give that a try. Juice me up. Apparently, turpentine is the way to go.
I've never done that.
Yeah, no, me neither. I did something similar like 20 odd years ago. But yeah, give it a try. Can't hurt. Unless it does, then I'll see you. See you next time. Right. So we got Tom down there. We've got hopefully Coffee Crusher coming. So yeah, I think we can probably get this show on the road. Probably won't have a very long meeting this week. We've got less to talk about this week than we did last week. But we will try and jam through it and try and get through some of the bits. I posted the meeting notes in the team channels in team chat. So you can click on there, just head into Notion, find them in the weekly meetings notes. Okay, so this is our weekly all team tactical meeting. We use this time to sync up on work going on around our organization, eliminate blockers, and prioritize work for the next week. Starting off with lag metrics, this is what we're trying to achieve, but don't change on a week-to-week basis. Do we have any numbers for transaction volume, Arkusti? You're on mute, Arkusti.
Sorry, so actually the transaction volume was 0, but there was money loaded to the cards.
Okay.
MF, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No, I asked you a question, Rainis. Do you know if we have any new users?
Oh, I don't think I have access to that information.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that's got you guys listed there. I know obviously that falls under communications, trying to get new users on. But I don't know where we find that information. I Hey, Tom. Hey, Ovsky. See you guys have joined the stage as well. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure where to find new users myself either.
Yeah. So there were no new cards created in the last 7 days.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's the.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Long time no chat.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Long time no see.
Just to give you a little bit of a status update on the perhaps lack of data for the last week, it looks like that we had an application crash on the transaction server. Not so much so that we lost any incoming transactions, but the reporting may be a bit wonky. So it may in fact be zeros, but there are certainly some transactions and whatever that were processed last week that I know weren't fully recorded properly. So that this lack of data may be on me.
Okay, that's interesting to know.
So I came back from my vacation to take a peek at my server and found that it had been running 20 days great, which unfortunately meant 1 week not great.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So I've made a note of that there under the lag metrics.
Yeah, it is something I am on it.
Great. Okay. So in terms of communities deployed, we're nearly there with Hire. We have sent them a message to try out a test card and get some feedback from them in terms of whether or not we're ready to go. And he is, yeah, we're on staging site, I believe. So, yeah, we just need to move to prod for the next step on that. Tom, do you know what the ETA is on moving that to prod? What it is we're specifically waiting for?
Oh, for the Hire production, I think that it's ready to go to production as soon as you guys say the clients have checked it out and everything is approved in terms of the graphics and verbiage for the community. So as soon as that, if that's good to go, I can make that schedule that push ASAP.
Okay, cool. So that probably sounds like something that we'll be finalizing at the end of this week or next week, hopefully for deployment ASAP.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. And in terms of returning users, do you have any numbers on that, Tom?
Again, I think the metrics might be wonky, but I think we're showing 5 active users throughout the past 7 days.
Okay. Right. So I will put 5 returning users. Possible wonky metric. Great. As far as new money in the multi-sig goes, currently nothing there. So that's on hold. As noted previously, slow month due to traveling and holidays. Expecting big things in September. We shall see. Yes. So new intros. Don't think we see anybody new in the audience. So we can gloss right over that. Straight to milestone perspective. So in terms of compliance issues, we did have an update on this from Lynx before he went off. Tom, do you know how we're sitting in terms of the CVC compliance issues with Transcard?
To my understanding, the ball is in their court to provide for us an API that's usable in our current application. So I think right now we're working to interface with their technical team to sort of get that data set up and ready to use. So in queued, but probably delayed due to summertime, I would suspect.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So just waiting on there. In terms of nouns card, so as we mentioned before, this has been ungated. We haven't made any announcements around that. We need to contact Dom, and that's something that Coffee Crusher and I have briefly discussed, but haven't really moved forward on. I haven't had any contact with Dom in in a while now. So, yeah, we need to basically rip off the Band-Aid there and get things rolling. Random stuff, we can just delete that for now because I don't know of anything random going on that we need to add in. Rewards flow. This one was on Tom's plate before he left. So what status are we at right now, Tom?
Yeah, right now we're currently testing phase 2, I would say, which is sort of keeping a human in the loop for manual intervention for rewards claim. So at this point, what we're doing is in the app, we're allowing the users to process a totally normal click-through confirmation rewards flow, gas-free, which will then submit a validated request to our API server, which effectively enqueues a claim processing request with all the information that we need to process that claim, including the user's address and amount and so on and so forth. And all that does at this point is it gives us a little notification on the admin side and allows us to go in and click a button to manually process that claim transaction request. So it just gives us a sober second view to take a look at making sure that request is totally valid as we expect, and then we just get to click the button for it to be processed. So the implication being therein, once we do enough tests and we're happy enough with the way that the rewards are being processed from the server side to the user, then what we can do is we can automate that process where we're manually verifying it such that the server handles all of the verification and all of the processing of those rewards claim view. So hopefully be nice and easy and automated and set up for very simple UI for users.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we can test that, sort of go into fully drain the rewards contract and set that automated process going. And that just reminds me of another backstop that we have there with our rewards. If we do have, like the case of nouns, we've got 10 million nouns or however NOGS tokens, however many we've got. We're not loading all those into the contract. We are simply putting in enough that we think will cover the rewards for that month. And
yeah, so sorry. I was just going to say, we've got monthly liability reports that come down as to how many tokens we need, and we just make sure that there's enough to cover sort of our liability currently.
yes, perfect. Okay, right. On the support side, we got no open tickets currently that I've seen, so nothing to discuss there. In terms of content funnel, I know there's been a little bit of action with Andy this week. I think I saw a post on X. Rainus, can we get an update there?
Yep. So this week the origin email is going out. There's still opportunity for comments, but March has finished it. And Andy's making an origin video for the announcement.
Okay.
It's this week.
Great. And the nouns video was posted to X?
Yep.
Okay. Was that posted to Farcaster as well? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't have a forecaster account.
Okay. So community funnel hire. This one is ready for approval. Client approval. Open Medicine Foundation awaiting contact from Link. So I'm guessing when he gets back, he'll put me in touch with them. Okay. For monies applied to Dow Spring, so currently awaiting to see what happens there. Patrons are currently also on hold. We've discussed some options there moving forward, but we don't have anything in the works at this very moment. So that takes us to our task perspective. So I'm going to just swap my windows here. Okay, we are live with all team and roll salaries for week. Let's just get this up here. Week 35. Here we go. Okay. Let's take this one and duplicate that. Ready task. Where did she go? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Project Champion 5,000 bank. I don't know about Link. Obviously, he's on holiday, so I'm assuming those are going to be no, but he may have done something. We'll find out when he gets back. Product work stream lead. Tom, have you put 5 hours into BCard this week?
Depending on how you define this week, I would say yes. Starting on Monday,
Okay.
definitely have.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to assume that you've got some banked up anyway, so you've probably got a good few solid weeks where you
Just
wouldn't even have to do anything, and they would just
plug
roll
me in with
over.
the yes.
Okay, communications workstream lead, Rainus.
The 5 hours?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Partnerships lead for me. Again, this is more like 2 hours for me, because I've been otherwise engaged in multiple things. Development workstream lead. We're put that on hold. Is that sorry, Tom? I'm confused. We got product and development. Are you both of those?
Just development, I think it's mostly links on the product extra.
Got it. Okay. So there we go. And campaign lead, that's Coffee Crusher, and she's not here to answer herself. Okay. So update to Nouns community. Again, this is we mentioned briefly. We need to let Dom know. I need to sync up with Coffee Crusher and get moving on that. Milestone 1,000 weekly transacting users. We don't have that yet. Sounds more like 0 at the minute, but that might be due to some wonky metrics. So we shall see. Community funnel is pretty much set up. We got our CRM. We got things working there. Now it's mainly keeping those communities coming in. Rainus and Ovsky and I met on Friday to discuss a future role for them in partnerships. And they put some work onto yesterday. They did some work async, which was mainly focused on a pitch and looking at a pitch deck. So do you guys have any updates from that? Were you able to get anything done yesterday, Rainus?
We took a look at the pitch deck, but we haven't started anything yet.
Okay. Okay, so the focus there is creating a solid pitch for new communities. Content funnels, those are pretty much set up, and that's why Rainus is able to come and focus a bit more on partnerships. Raise 200K, that is not currently moving, but we have some runway. So the next trick is to achieve some lift. Okay, so Dow Spring grants, no updates there this week. Okay, so we have update app to use API generate virtual card delivery token. and I believe we're still waiting on a API from Transcard specifically for this use case. Is that right, Tom?
You got it. We're just interfacing with their technical team to work out a few snags in order to get that data passed.
Okay. Okay, and then next up is user email update for August. I don't know that we have an email that's gone out to users, and I also don't know who MS Impermanis is. Is that March?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So do you know if this was something that was on his radar for this month?
I don't think that he knows. He has
Okay.
never seen any user email update.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I inform him or what? Or
Because we probably did send out a general email subscriber list, right? And maybe that's the same thing as the user.
patron email? Patron email went out.
Pardon me? Patron email.
Patron email, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And the subscriber email is the origin one.
Okay. All right. So next up, we've got a community pool together, and this is the last I saw here was there was a competition for some artwork, and I don't know what state that was left in. I believe someone must have been chosen, but I have not been in touch with Pool Together at all. So we'll see what Link says when he comes back and gives us an update on this one. Hire is awaiting ready for client approval. So we're just awaiting approval from 6 on that. TreeGen has been non-communicative. Non-communicative, need to speak with Jimmy and see if he wants to go ahead. Okay, and then next up we have move to Apple Google Pay for community card. So this one is something that we have been discussing, and we have a wireframe worked out. It would be specifically for the community card. So last week we had a discussion around not using this on branded cards, and Links confirmed that is the case. All branded cards will receive a physical card. It's just our card, which will be a digital card. So moving forward, we'll be able to cut the costs on that. So yeah, we're just waiting on some updates from Links on that front. Strategy document, again, that's Links. Updating website. Do we know what state this is in currently, Rainus? Last I saw was Brett and Andy had some conversations.
Yep, the design is done. We're waiting for implementation from Bobo.
Waiting on implementation from Bobo?
Yep.
Okay.
He did a version, but he didn't do it like it's in the design, so I will message him shortly.
Okay. All right. And then post-launch campaign video content. Again, Rainus, you were down for this one. So
That's Andy making the videos right now.
Okay, cool. I'm actually going to change this to Andy
Yep.
if he's on here. No, he's not on here.
Try with an E. Yep,
Andy.
there he is. Yep.
Got it. Okay, I've just swapped it over to him now, so he's now got that. Okay, so in terms of this week, that's that. And then next up, we got a whole host of things here. So we will jump onto here and go through Tom in terms of updates to rewards based on user tests. I see Homie left a message earlier today. Not sure if you've got any other updates for us beyond what you already said today.
Yeah, mostly just what I mentioned about us being sort of working our way through the process of automating the rewards flow, and hopefully a few more tests under our belt, and things will be working good.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in there as a comment. Excellent. Okay, Origin Network communication. We don't have anything from Coffee Crusher today, but I can say that the Origin email will be going out. What's up? Okay. Nouns DAO. Nouns card is now no longer dated. We need to update DOM and communicate this with wider nouns ecosystem. Okay, on-chain goodies. This was kind of been put on hold for a while. I'm actually going to move it to, where are we at here? I'm going to move this to backlog. We do have some things done, but they just have not been deployed yet, and I don't have a timeline on that currently. New on-ramp provider. Oh, sorry, missed one. Next brand, and this is down to Brett. Looks like it's currently on hold. So I'm gonna put this one on backlog as well because I haven't seen Brett in a while. So we shall see. On-ramp provider. This one has been currently on hold just because there are a few different options, but it seems like all of the companies are interested in getting our user base, and we're not actually interested in activating it for our user base quite yet because of regulatory issues. So we do need to find a replacement for Unblock. For the corporate side, we had talked to a stablecoin provider who wants to create a stablecoin for us, but we just also don't think that we're not quite ready for that yet. Yeah, so everything is kind of just still like holding pattern over here. Holding pattern. And we shall see what comes of it over the next few weeks. Currently, we are SAFU with funds in both banks, in the bank and the multi-sig, so we don't necessarily need to move funds from anywhere to anywhere at the minute. Article World Needs Communities, that is down to this one looks like it's on hold as well, so I'm going to pop that one down to backlog. Then we have partner rev share docs. I did create partner rev share docs, and we can see those here. I didn't actually deploy them to anywhere. I'm just going to share this screen. We didn't actually deploy them anywhere, so I didn't realize at the time when I wrote them that I could just pop them straight up onto the docs page. And after looking back, I realized that I probably can just do that. So I'll probably just deploy them to the docs page, and then if it's wrong, I'm sure Links will let me know. So I'll get on doing that, and I need to make a due date of that, and then I can remind myself to do that. Best practices for taxes. This is something that has been discussed, but no movement has been made there currently. Write an article for PCI compliance. That's down to Corrupted Pineapple. I haven't seen him in the last few days. So we are going to put this one currently on backlog. Roadmap document. This is something that has not been pushed forward at all. So I think maybe we should make a push for this in September when we can meet up and.
Yeah, NF, I don't see the task view. I think you've still got the other
Oh yeah,
screen up.
sorry, mate. Yep, good call. All team projects go live. There we are on that. Okay, great. Okay. So again, roadmap document. This is something that needs some work done on it, and it's something that I have my ideas. Rainus, you want to work on it, and all of us have our own ideas. So I think probably the best thing is to sit down, maybe even just me and Rainus to start with, and jot down some ideas of what it is we're trying to do, where we see ourselves over the next year, 2 years, work out what features it is we're hoping to integrate, and then we can just set some forward-looking dates on those. So we can, Rainus and I can work on a meeting time for that. Create a way to set the date range. Tom, there's been a lot of work done on this, so do you have any updates?
Yeah, this one's actually for TaxBan, and it's been done a long time.
This one's finished.
Yeah, that was when we were working on the V2 implementation for TaxBan. I think we needed a way to customize the dates, and that was one early fix that obviously never got marked as done. But it's
all right. That felt good. Mark that right as done. Boom. Okay. Write an article for ad funds flow. This, to be honest, I don't think it's done either. But Corrupted Pineapple seems interested in it. I know there are different ways to add funds. So that probably adds to some of the confusion. But for now, we'll just keep this up here in the next up. Okay, NFTs for email list and survey fillers. So this goes right with on-chain goodies, and that is there. That, to be honest, that should be a subtask of on-chain goodies. So yeah, I need to do something with that. Let's see. Rev share, best practices, roadmap, article. What's public and what's private. This is something that had come up. Bear was asking questions around it, and I think we have a generally good idea about what's private and what's public. Currently, we have a private section in the Notion page, which is ideal. This was created back in November of last year, and since then we've created our own Notion page that allows us to keep things private. So, for example, our CRM is private because we don't want people being able to go in and see what communities we've been tracking and communicating with, and what our communications have been like with them, etc. So we are actually going to put down, we have a private section in, oh my god, we have a private section in, my keyboard is not very responsive. I think it's not just me, it has parasites, but also my computer. Everything's going so slow. I have a private section in the new Notion and private Google Doc. Okay. Partner B for you. Oh, right. Yes. So, yeah, this is quite an old task as well. I'm just going to keep this here currently. BCard ambassadors. That was a task from quite a while ago. Maybe we need to visit this while we're working, while Rainus and Ovsky are jumping into partnerships. We can kind of rehash this. You can see how old it is by the way BCard is spelled. And create more clarity on what a Web3 integration looks like. So, yeah, this comes down to roadmap as well. Okay, well, there's some backlog stuff in there. So if anybody's tagged in there, feel free to jump in and see if there's any way that we can help unblock that for you. Otherwise, that's our task perspective for the week, done and done. So I'm going to stop sharing this window now. And yeah, coming back to notes, I haven't filled out anything about what's been shipped currently, but maybe someone here has shipped some stuff that they'd like to share with the community. Anybody shipped anything this week?
I guess just the higher community implementation was we'd already discussed. That was the major thing for me.
Okay. Okay, Andy's Noun video went live on X. And that seems to be about it currently. So discussion items, I don't know if anybody has anything that they'd like to discuss with the team this week. Observations, comments, but open mic, now's your time to shine, baby. Okay, that sounds like a no then for now. Well, in that case, as promised at the beginning of this hour, I think we can keep it short and give everyone 20 minutes of their day back. And yeah, just keep it at that for this week. Do I have a second on that?
Sounds good to me. It's still summertime out there. Hopefully people can enjoy some nice weather.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Nice.
good with me too. And F, especially with your headache today, you know, get away from
Yes.
the computer for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get outside and try and catch some vitamin D. I was
There you
like 2 hours in a hot bath and yeah, just trying to clear this, whatever is going on. But
Sounds like a good
hopefully I'll feel
plan.
better soon. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. So we appreciate it and look forward to pushing the envelope with you guys this Q3, baby.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great week.
All right, thanks.
You guys.
Woohoo, cheers all.
Woohoo. See you later.